Greetings, my fellow Saiyans and Saiyanettes, and welcome to my reaction and review of Dragon Ball Super, episode 131, the final episode of the series. All good things must come to an end, and thus we're going to close the curtain on another chapter of the Dragon Ball saga. But is it truly the end? Let's find out in the final episode of the series. The time has finally come. Guys, before we actually begin the episode, just take note, the actual episode itself will not be in this video. Please support the official release. Go ahead and go watch it for free on Crunchyroll and watch the episode along with me. We're going to go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. Here it is. The final episode of Dragon Ball Super. Guys, we're going to be watching this episode from beginning to end. Remember to follow the 3, 2, 1 rule. As soon as I hit 1, you start watching the episode. We're going through the classic Toei animation screen right here. I'm not going to see the end of it as I am continuing to watch One Piece. I know I haven't done any reviews lately, but trust me, they're coming. And I am covering up this part because I hate that they do the previews for the episode that I'm about to watch. I understand why they're doing it. This is a Japanese broadcast, and of course they're trying to get people's attention and say, hey, this is coming up. I bet you're really pumped for this. And yeah, we are pumped for this. This is like a cultural phenomenon of a series right here. I mean, Dragon Ball has always been considered like the gateway anime for a lot of people. But, okay. We don't even get an intro, apparently. I mean, we get a recap. I'm kind of surprised. I thought we were going to get an intro. But yeah, we're basically just getting a straight recap of last week's insanely epic episode. Arguably, maybe the best fight of the entire Dragon Ball series, but, you know, like I said, that's up for debate. But the ending of last week's episode was very controversial among people. I mean, we all knew Frieza was going to come back, but Android 17? Android 17 coming back. This is something that did not sit well with a lot of people, and while I certainly understand where they're coming from, I thought it was a really great twist as they diverted our attention. They really wanted us to pay attention to Frieza, and to see 17 come back was just unprecedented, to say the least, and truly justifies him being in this tournament as, man, he has become very powerful. And you know what? They sort of hinted to all of this. Goku, when he was recruiting Frieza and 17, like, those were intense recruitments. And each of them had a battle that was very big. Here we go. The miraculous conclusion. Farewell, Goku. Until we meet again. Whew, man, guys, this is it. How is this series going to end? Jiren. Frieza talking back to Jiren there's something really cool about that. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with Frieza. Is he not going to be a villain anymore after this? Ooh, and he's talking down to Jiren too. Wow. Frieza doing his classic monologuing. Ooh. Jiren's just going for it. Oh, Frieza and Jiren, here we go. Wow. Man, Frieza is actually holding his own here. Where's Goku right now, though? Is he just still recovering? Ooh. Man. Oh, Frieza looks so clean right here. That's so cool. Wow, Frieza's actually giving Jiren a good fight here. He's so exhausted from his fight with Goku. Oh, and Frieza's totally taking advantage of this and just digging into him. Ooh, Frieza, afraid to become the weakling. Ooh, shouldn't have said that. Oh, man, Jiren is just tearing Frieza up right now. Oh, yes! I'm so happy Frieza's doing something cool, too. Like, Frieza's like my favorite villain from the show. 17, just tackling him. Oh, just containing the whole explosion. expected that this final battle would involve 17 and Frieza. Like, come on. And it's still so good. I'm turning up the volume a bit because this is awesome. Oh. Jiren, gotta spit up drool. It can't be blood. Remember, this is Dragon Ball Super. We can't have blood. Even though last week we did have blood, but still. Jiren is officially the mayor of Strugglesville right now. Like, he is just collapsed. Frieza and 17 can take this. Just knock him out of the ring. They can do it. Frieza and 17. The most unexpected. Two former villains. $17 needed Frieza to be there. Wow. Frieza is... This is such a weird side of Frieza to see. Him actually being accepting of someone and, like, working like a team player. This is strange. But he's still back to being ruthless when he has to be. What's Jiren gonna do, man? And time has officially stopped. Did Dio get here? Did he use Zawarudo? Oh, jeez, Topo. Topo's pulling a Vegeta here. He's cheering on his buddy. Frieza, if you were smart, you'd just blow him away right now. Of course you don't have friends. Boom! Just blast him! Ah, Topo and his awesome mustache! His inspirational mustache! Oh, man. Topo's totally preaching from Gurren Lagann, man. Man, Jiren's... I mean, we gotta have Goku come back in some way, you know? Oh, my. Frieza, just blast him! What are you waiting for? Oh, man, he's going all fire. Oh, man, Frieza's about to get rocked. Oh! Dude! 17 and Frieza, can they withstand this? No. It's already cracking. Come on, Frieza! Ooh, he lost his golden form! That looked so awesome when it was just shedding away, though. Come on, Goku, come back. Wow, Jiren is still just going hard! Ultra Instinct Goku. It has to be. Or just regular Goku. Freaking instant transmissioning in. Oh! Goku, Frieza, and 17. God, it is so weird seeing Goku and Frieza talk, man. I haven't gotten used to it yet. It's so strange. Uh-oh. Jiren's been inspired by Topo's mustache. He's going hard. He's just powering up. Oh, man. They're going to have to do something quick. Jiren's gotten over his issues. So now that he knows he has friends, Jiren's way more powerful than ever. The power of friendship. That's what it comes down to. It's like Naruto rules. Oh, Frieza. Are they really going to resurrect Frieza? But, like, if they do, what... Goku's going to allow Frieza to come back. Oh, my gosh. That naive part of you makes me want to vomit. Wow, Frieza is being humble right now. This is strange. But is that even going to be able to do anything to Jiren? I mean, come on. No. Oh, here we go! Final battle time! Oh my god, Frieza and Goku versus Jiren! And the Ultra Instinct song kicks in! Yeah! Yeah! Former enemies fighting together. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. It takes 3 dudes to put Jiren down. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Dude, Jiren is just tanking all of them! Throw Frieza? Dude, what is going on? Dude, Goku and Frieza just straight up did a big combination attack. And is Frieza doing freaking Hidden Lotus right now? Pulling off a Rock Lee move? Dude, Frieza's gonna try and take down Jiren. Dude, what? Oh, dude, he's going Super Saiyan. This is surreal. Yeah! Oh, the gold and the purple together. It's so epic! Wait, what about Goku and... No way this just happened. Get out of here! Get out! Not only did 17 come back, Android 17 just won the Tournament of Power. Oh, alright. Let's get back on track here. Universe 11's getting erased. Will the universes really be erased? This is the end of the Tournament of Power. This is happening! Goku still wants to fight Jiren. Of course. Jiren has been changed by Universe 7. It's a shame that he's about to be erased. I mean, they gotta use the Super Dragon Balls to wish them all back, though, right? Wow. 17. What's 17 gonna wish for? They're getting right into it. We didn't even see any Ultra Instinct in the final episode. While that is kind of disappointing, last week's episode was good enough. And seeing these characters team up at their most desperate was awesome. 17. What is he going to wish for? Can the other team members have an influence on this wish? I mean, we're like halfway through the episode and there's... Oh, it's all backwards, of course. Pity Peas. Hey guys, I'm back. The big golden dragon, guys. Okay. Look, I'm not saying they should have made me the dub voice of Super Shenron, but they should have made me the dub voice of Super Shenron. It's just the worst voice possible. Oh, hey guys. So 17. What's gonna happen here? Zeno's letting them wish whatever they want. Wish all the universes back. Is 17 gonna do that though? Of course that's what he's gonna wish for. Every universe is coming back. It makes sense for 17 to do that. He's a wildlife protector. Which makes this entire whole thing about them being erased completely pointless. Of course, we all knew this was almost certainly going to be the outcome of the Tournament of Power. Man, all these other universes that used to hate Goku are now going to absolutely love him. But now that we have all these universes that are coming back, oh, there they are. And they're back in their respective universes as well. Kale, Cauliflower, Hit, the Namekians, Kabe. The future is still wide open for Dragon Ball. Now that the universes are back, we're going to be able to visit all of them and see everything. At least that's what I'm hoping we'll get. Because as far as I'm concerned, Dragon Ball Super has still not fully lived up to its potential and can still do so much more. And all these characters could easily be delved into. Like, this could have been simply a straight introduction to the concept of these characters just simply existing. We could go to their worlds now and go on all sorts of crazy adventures. The Trio de Dangers. I loved those guys. Oh, all these shots of all the teams it's so epic. And Jiren, who has now been changed. We're definitely going to see the Pride Troopers again. I think we're all going to be anxiously awaiting that rematch between Jiren and Goku, which didn't really end on a one-on-one fight basis. We need to see that happen again. Like I said, Goku has like totally influenced the Pride Troopers. Topo and Jiren are going to become even closer and thus even stronger. And they're not going to be villain. Like, you know, Jiren's not a villain. He became kind of one towards the end when he started to kill everybody from Universe 7 in the last episode, but he's been changed yet again. Goku again influences another adversary. And yet he didn't win either. That's just what's insane. Goku's basically lost every major confrontation in the series, which has been in many ways a nice change of pace. You know, I mean, he beat Frieza when he came back, but you know, who hasn't? Frieza though, like they're gonna resurrect Frieza. $17 just, you know, saved all of the existence. Goku and 17's very first outing together was truly epic. Frieza does not want to spend time with these people. He's still evil. Frieza is back. Dude, Whis just brought him back to life without the Dragon Balls. It's a gift from Paris. Dude, Frieza is back. Dude, it's weird that Frieza's back, but is he really going to be a bad guy? I mean, is he going to do a whole Piccolo Vegeta thing? Like, you didn't expect that wish? Come on. We've all known this wish was going to happen. Zeno knew this would happen. That's why he just did it anyway. And to amplify it and make it as crazy as possible. Zeno would have erased everything. Well, it's good to know that everyone's back. What is next? All the angels. I mean, we gotta have another Tournament of Power, right? This should become just a thing. Is that seriously how the series is gonna end? And they're ending... Man. Frieza's still hanging out with everybody. Wow. That's seriously how it's gonna end. Jeez, man. I mean, what's going to be at the end, though? You know? Like, there's still a little bit of time here. Oh, of course, we're getting some scenes of everybody hanging out. Are we going to see 17's family? Dun 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 da 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 da. Oh, Goku and Vegeta, always fighting! And it ends how the series started, on a big party on a boat. Alright, here we go. Proper ending time. Frieza. Okay. Okay, we're getting interesting. Frieza's back. Alright. Alright, so Goku and Vegeta training. Frieza's back in action. Goku is pushed to the edge. Of course Vegeta will gain a greater power. They always do. Let's break the ceiling again, man. Oh, and of course Goku and Vegeta are fighting in a place that's like exactly where they had their first fight. Are we going to end with a little sparring match between Vegeta and Goku? Same poses too, man! Same poses! What a great reference to Z. Until then, a brief parting. See you guys. Oh, that's how it ended. And then we have a real proper ending. Wow. Just, wow. I'm still trying to sort of like gather my thoughts on this one. It's pretty clear they have something planned for the future. We have that new movie that's going to be coming out, and the fact that Frieza is back and rebuilding his army, like they have to go somewhere with that in some form of fashion. Who knows? Maybe he's not going to be an evil emperor of the universe anymore. Maybe he'll be a more good emperor of the universe. I don't know. It's crazy. Is there anything else after this? That's it. That's the whole thing. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump into the review. So there we have it. That was the final episode of Dragon Ball Super, and honestly, I think it was handled pretty well. The final confrontation was not what I was expecting, but actually I think that's what made me really love this episode. Goku, Frieza, and 17 teaming up against Jiren, who is now fueled by the power of friendship. As silly and ridiculous as it is, it has been proven in the show that a love for your friends can give you an almost unstoppable power. Goku used it in the last episodes when he was angry at Jiren for attacking his friends, and Jiren brought it full force in this episode right here. But the one word to describe this episode, for me personally, has got to be surreal. Goku and Frieza teaming up using combination attacks to take down Jiren was a thing of beauty. And for them to sacrifice themselves to take him out and leave 17 being the winner, I didn't see that coming at all. First and foremost, I don't think a lot of people saw 17 coming back in the first place, and it's still a very controversial thing. I don't really have a problem with 17 coming back. There was plenty of evidence to show that he did not self-destruct. We didn't see Zeno pressing any buttons or anything. He's an android. He has energy that's difficult to sense. Yes, it is kind of insane that maybe he dodged all of those massive explosions that Goku and Jiren were firing all over the place. Same goes for Frieza as well, but people don't seem to be complaining about that as much. But what is interesting is that 17 almost seemed like he needed Frieza in this battle in order to take down Jiren eventually. Another controversial choice, or not even really controversial, but just kind of an interesting one, is that we got no Ultra Instinct in this episode right here. This was just like full-on base Goku with a few flashes of Super Saiyan, which I thought was a really great touch when both him and Frieza were flying around the place. I'd have to say my favorite part of the episode, though, has to be the combination attack that they did, with 17 firing Ki Blasts and them constantly sort of like homing in on Jiren, while Goku actually, like, spikes Frieza like a freaking volleyball towards Jiren. That was just satisfying. Also, just to see Frieza go toe-to-toe with Jiren in this episode was just so awesome. I haven't hidden the fact that I think Frieza is my favorite villain from the entire series, and Frieza just returning was great enough, but wow, the fact that he has been fully resurrected in this episode by Whis without the use of the Dragon Balls. And he's just hanging out casually with everyone. But by the end of the episode, after the credits, we do get the awesome classic shot of him and his spaceship, and him flying around in space in his floating car, saying that the Universe Emperor is back. It's just so awesome, and I cannot wait to see what they have planned for Frieza in the future, if he truly is going to return as a villain, or maybe even something of an anti-hero at this point. Jiren's heart was changed. Was Frieza's? Probably not, but still, I just want to see where they're actually going to be going with this part of the story. And 17 winning the Tournament of Power, who saw that coming? Like, at all. It was such a great moment, and it also completely justified 17 being a part of this. It was already cool to see him finally teaming up with Goku and working alongside him, but this episode was truly, like, the reason why this was such a great concept. It was just pulled off so well. Two former villains helping out Goku to defeat an adversary who was nigh unstoppable and took 3 people to put down, and they couldn't even really beat him. They just had to grab onto him and jump out of the ring. That is how Jiren was defeated, and it is implied, of course, that Jiren has been inspired by Goku. They will eventually fight again, and I can't wait to see all of that happen. And the rest of the episode pretty much wraps up real quick, just of all of the characters going back to Bulma's ridiculously oversized boat and having another crazy party. Will Vegeta do the bingo dance again? I don't know, but we can all hope so. And of course it leads to Goku and Vegeta fighting and training and doing what they always do. The gods gaining so much more respect for Goku, especially how we get to learn that Zeno knew that someone at the end would actually wish back so that all the universes would be returned. And if someone made a selfish wish, he was just going to outright destroy everything. That's it. Like, this was like the test for the fate of all living sentient things. And thank God 17 made the right choice in actually deciding to bring everyone back, which was fitting. As he himself said, he is a park ranger. He cares about all living things, and it makes sense to bring everyone back. And I can't wait to see how all of the universes are going to treat Universe 7 at this point. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of respect for them, and hopefully the next part of the series will be able to go into all of their respective universes and get to know these characters, the Gods of Destruction, because inquiring minds want to know. These are all really colorful and awesome characters, and now we have so many worlds to explore and brand new things to see. And it's also an excuse to use more characters. We don't always just have to use Goku and Vegeta. This arc right here proved that the side characters of Dragon Ball are sort of like the pillars of strength that hold everything up. They're just as enduring as the Saiyans in the show. And 17 and Frieza being a part of the final battle and Vegeta not being a part of that final battle, bold decision right there. Handled so freaking well. I loved that, and yet Vegeta still never gives up. He still claims he's going to get stronger than Goku by the end, as they're both training with their Super Saiyan Blue forms, and that final part at the end, which was such a great callback to Dragon Ball Z, the very first battle between Goku and Vegeta. They're actually training in the same area that they fought in, and they end with them going into their respective fighting poses, the distinctive ones they used at the beginning, and man, that just sent a chill down my spine. It makes me so proud to be a Dragon Ball Ball fan seeing stuff like that. And everything is sort of wrapped up really quickly without too much resolution, which is kind of a pain because there's still so much more I want from this franchise. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more in the rundown of this episode of Dragon Ball Super. So you got my thoughts on the episode. Clearly, I really loved it. The final battle was really exciting, very well animated, and just unexpected, which is something that I really liked. I didn't predict that things were going to go down this way. I did know that everyone was probably going to be wished back, and it was cool when they were. The image of all the universes, all the fighters standing together and everything in their own worlds, which all look really cool and fun, just great. It's totally iconic right there. But I love how they reassure the viewer that the future is bright. This is not the end. It's just a parting of ways for a little bit before they pick up the next part of the story, which is apparently going to be this new movie, which is coming out this year. And if you haven't seen like the preview to that, just check it out. It's awesome. And I can't wait to see if it's going to open the door for a new movie series or a brand new anime. I really hope that there's going to be an anime, as there's still so many untapped things they haven't even looked into yet in Dragon Ball Super. I still want a rematch between Goku and Beerus. I think it needs to happen. We really need to see how powerful Goku has gotten. And yes, we know that Jiren is like on the level of a god of destruction, maybe even more powerful. A lot of that is implied in the show, but I still have a feeling that Beerus is still just at this level we still haven't seen. And don't you want to see Ultra Instinct Goku fight against Beerus at like his full power? Just imagine how insane that would actually be. I hope eventually we will get to that, and I do like the idea of possibly doing another Tournament of Power. It's something that Zeno would like to see. You know, just like the Budokai Tenkaichi in the original Dragon Ball series, this could become a new tradition. They could even change the rules of the tournament to make it special and interesting every single time. I would like to see a more traditional one, though, where we actually go through the brackets and see the individual fights, so that way there's just a little more focus and it's not so chaotic. That being said, I did like the Tournament of Power for what it was. Is it my favorite arc in Dragon Ball? Not by a long shot, but it was really fun to watch. I have to say that. The experience of waiting every week for a new episode of Dragon Ball Super has been one of the best things about it. It just... The hype alone is what keeps me loving this series so much, and it's so depressing to know that next weekend and the following many weekends after, there's no longer going to be any Dragon Ball Super, and I am just anxiously awaiting for any sort of announcement that's going to come from the franchise. Like I said, there's a Dragon Ball Super movie coming this year, and they might do the same thing again where they do the movies and then they reanimate them in a arc. I kind of don't want them to do that, though. I really don't like when they do that, because every single time that happens, the anime version is never as good as the movie versions. They might expand on some things and change the story, but like the actual like animation and everything is just way less impactful. It's not terrible, but it's just not as good. And I really hope they decide, are we going to stay with movies or are we going to do an anime? I'd like to see what's going to happen. But yeah, this was the final episode of Dragon Ball Super. I think it was a little rushed in the ending and how they wrap things up, and I just wanted more resolution for things. I wanted more final character moments. To be perfectly honest, I wanted more interaction between Beerus and Goku and so many other characters. Really, it feels incomplete. But like I said, there is the promise of more in the future. We're just going to have to get really comfortable while we wait for it. So, final thoughts on this episode is that I loved it. It was fantastic. It was a great cap-off to the return of what I'm just going to go ahead and call the most legendary anime franchise of all time. It's not maybe the best in terms of animation, writing, character development, but for me personally, it is the anime. It is the thing that I have been obsessed with since I saw it on Toonami back in 1998 for the very first time. And it's one of the few anime series that can actually give me that same experience of just feeling like a kid again and getting so pumped up for every single episode. The characters are an absolute inspiration. They're fun, they're colorful, and it's just amazing. That's really all I have to say. I love Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Super. GT, that's a discussion for another day, but this one right here, this was a fantastic final episode. It is a little flawed in how the ending is slightly rushed, but for the twist ending of 17 winning, Frieza and Goku teaming up against them, and the promise of more epic adventures in the future, I think this was a good conclusion to a very fun anime series. It's sad to see it go. I'm giving this episode a 5 out of 5, even with the flaws. As a Dragon Ball fan, I absolutely loved this episode, and I've loved this experience. I have loved reviewing Dragon Ball Super for you guys. Without a doubt, of every single thing that I have ever reviewed, this has been the most fun show to review. Mostly because I am just such a hardcore fan of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. Just like, I couldn't even believe that they were bringing back a brand new Dragon Ball series that was going to practically erase everything that was GT, and I was really excited to see what they're going to do with it, and they did good with a lot of their choices. So many new characters and concepts, a lot of really new, interesting arcs, and yet there's still potential for more. Just, the sky is the limit for this series, and it's proven it again and again. Even when you think it can't get more epic, when a new form isn't going to pop up, something new happens. Dragon Ball evolves into something stronger and stronger. It's just like Goku. He always manages to break his limits. So, yeah. I love Dragon Ball Super. I loved this episode. It's a 5 out of 5 from me, but I want to hear from you guys. Make sure to tell me what you thought about the final episode of Dragon Ball Super. Were you satisfied by the ending? Did you have any favorite moments? Maybe you didn't like this episode. How did you feel about Dragon Ball Super in general? Give me all your thoughts, your favorite moments, the things you didn't like, and what you hope to see from the rest of this legendary franchise. So thank you, all of you again, for joining me for these reviews of Dragon Ball Super. There will be tons of other Dragon Ball content still coming to the channel, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I also review a ton of other anime series, so make sure to check that stuff out as well. Thank you all for watching these reviews. If you want to see my reviews of each and every episode, there will be a playlist on the channel, so make sure to check them out, share them with all your friends. I will see you guys next time. And as always, stay dandy, baby!